Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the pre-market show. It is Friday, October 18th, and let's kick this day off and see what's going to happen. We finally made it to Friday. We're getting ready for a weekend, but of course, we're getting ready to see what's popping today. So let's see how the heat market looks. Microsoft's up 0.07%, Apple's up over 1%, Google's up over 0.24%, Meta's up over just about a 0.5%, Amazon's up a little, Tesla's down a little bit, and Nvidia's up almost 1% right there. So here we go. Let's get cruising and see what's happening today. We'll look at our Jolie's jumpers, run through them bad boys, and then we'll get cruising here. So here we go. AKAN. Let's see what it's doing. It was moving. We went through this one last night, I believe. I remember. And let's see what it is up to right here. AKAN. It opened at 160, so it did gap up yesterday. I remember we were looking at it. It got up to 179. It opened at 160, went up 161, and then started to dip down to 127. It's at 124 right now, or 134, excuse me, 134. And we'll see if it can bounce back up right there. But AKAN, that is moving right there. How about our BLA Ken? I can't even talk. BLNK. BLNK, our blink charging. Here we go. BLNK. And I can't even type them in either. Holy cow. I think my brain just like fried from having a cold and doing stock charts all week. But here we go. BLNK. There we go. It's not moving yet this morning. It doesn't like to really move much in the morning, but it did get up over yesterday it opened at 205, got up to 208. It's working its way up to that 225, like I was saying, and it'll get there. So it's slowly climbing up to that 225 area, and that is our BLNK. And that's blink charging. BOF is that branch out food. Let's see what that's doing. It was curling through right there. Looking pretty good, BOF. Let's see. I would say it's not looking bad. Opened at 176, got up to 195, and it's at 188 right now. And it still seems to have some momentum going. So BOF, not looking too bad right there. So we'll keep an eye on that one this morning. That one's moving. How about GURE? Gulf Resources. Let's see what that one's doing. GORE. Um, or GURE. I'm sorry, GURE. That's better. GURE. This one is that today's date? That's yesterday's date right there. But yesterday it opened at 80, got up to 90. Its low was 72, and it closed at 81. I don't see it doing anything just yet, but it did have some good movement yesterday and could continue. So that is GURE, Gulf Resources. So take a look at that. We looked at our JDZG last night. This thing was moving. It's flying back up a little bit more this morning. So take a look at that one, JDZG. And what it opened at 182 and got up to 339 this morning. So it was cruising. And yesterday it ran from 70 to 215. So there you go. JDZG. That one is getting moving right there. It might be topped out now, but that was a really nice popper. We were early on. Rivian, let's see. This one's still hanging out at the bottom there. Let's see when it's going to get ready. It's not ready just yet, so we'll keep it on the list. It's on our other list too, so we look at it each night, and it is. It's just hanging out down there. I think it's got to wait for that 20 at this point, which is at about 1072, and we're sitting at 1012. So we'll keep our eye on Rivian. Sober, this one was cruising. We went over this last night as well, and this one was popping. Let's see if it got moving more this morning. It opened at this is the 18th. So yeah, it did jump up a little bit. Yesterday it ran up, it opened at 760 and got up to that 2780. And then this morning it opened at 1666 and got up to that 2630, just below yesterday. And it appears that it might be pulling back now. It's at 1620-ish. Is that what it said? 16 right there. So yeah, it appears to be kind of pulling back. But that is SOBR and had a nice little run right there. That's for sure. And we looked at that last night. TAOP. I know we looked at this recently. Let's see what it's doing. TAOP. And let's see, it's down at that bottom right there, 53 cents to 54, and its low is 46. Just kind of just bouncing around. I can't really tell if it is actually trying to move yet. So I'll keep my eye on this. This one looks like it could be a nice little setup as well. TAOP. Let me see if Webbull says it's doing anything. TAOP. That's not it. TAOP. There we go. That's it. No, it doesn't. 47.50 is what it says. And I'm pretty sure mine was right around. Mine says 54, and this one says 47.50. So hold on. And that's yesterday. I'm not exactly sure. So I'll have to look at this one, TAOP. I'm not sure what it's doing right now. TNON we went over last night as well, and that's up $1.27, looking pretty good. That's that one that ran from 4 to 125, and it's looking pretty good. We talked about it last night. It popped up this morning here. It opened at 481 and got to 635, and it's back to 468. So it's a lower than it even opened. That's what I was just kind of looking at. So they run up fast. And again, that web bull, it's where it's at in the morning at 4 a.m. That's where you're getting all your action. I was up this morning looking at it, just checking things out. PEGY was cruising. We'll go through that one too. That one was flying up there. So VTAK, we had looked at this not long ago as well. This one started to run up. Catheter Precision. I just remember that one. I remember the stock ticker on that VTAK. It ran up yesterday to 99 cents, opened at 43, and then this morning opened at 87, and then it started to dip down there. So VTAK looks like it might be pulling back at this point, but did get some run up. And we, like I said, I know we looked at that about a couple weeks ago. YCBD. CBDMD, let's see what that's up to. It's at 43 cents. Let's see. YCBD. It did pop this yesterday. It did 46 cents up to 72, and it closed at 53. It does not appear to be doing anything just yet this morning, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as it opens to see if it wants to keep some momentum, and that's why CBD right there. And Wint. Let's see what Wint is trying to do. It wasn't moving much this morning. I think it pulled back a hair. And let's see, it's at 98 cents, it says. Is that today? It should be. Yeah, it says it's at 98 cents. Its low is 90. I saw it at like 92. It opened at 105. Yesterday it was trying to get moving. Yesterday it opened at 68 and got up to that 109. It looked like it wanted to keep that momentum up there. So let's see if it can start popping up some as the market gets moving a little bit. Let's see if it catches some momentum here. It looks like it wants to. So keep your eye on that WINT today, because it could keep momentum and get cruising. And PEGY, good old Peggy. That one I said was looking hot. It did the old reverse split and it started cruising this morning. So PEGY, Pineapple Energy, it opened at 659. It got up to 1262 and it's sitting at $10 right now and cruising around. And that one did split yesterday and it is rocking and rolling. So that's one we were definitely early on right there. And there you go. There's some of our Jolie's jumpers this morning. So thank you, Asian Jolie. And KXIN, let's look at that one real quick. Clancy wants to see that. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else. But KXIN's moving up a little bit this morning and set up pretty nice. I know we went over it the other day, and it is trying to curl up there. It isn't looking too bad now, Clancy. So I would keep an eye on KXIN. It looks pretty bullish. It's 20 and 50 are about to meet, and they're at like 19, but they're going to meet right around 20 cents. And this thing should bump up to that 20 cents. I could see it getting curled up there and trying to move KXIN looking pretty good. So keep your eye on that. And that one did recently run. And they usually don't like to run back up, but this is a China auto dealership, and we know these things have been crazy. So keep your eye on KXIN because it doesn't look bad at all. And let's look at the yin and the yang. The yin is up this morning $4.65. And again, I think they're just kind of parachuting it down. And the Yang, let's just look how the Yang looks real fast. Oh, let me get that in there. The Yang, that is down 60 cents and did dip down pretty good right there. I mean, it hit that resistance yesterday right at that 4, and it came back down to the 338. Let's take a better look at it. Dipped down more than I thought it would, to be completely honest, but just looks like a little good pullback. It doesn't look like anything that crazy right now. So we'll keep an eye on that one this morning and see if they want to reverse or anything. And like I said, I thought they were going to have a little bit of a pullback and, just to keep it from parachuting down. But they actually kind of went a little more than I thought, which is fine, not a big deal. I don't think it's really going to reverse much. So that's the yin and the yang right there. So keep your eyes on them. I'll be watching them for sure. Let's take a look at our SPY and our big caps real quick and see what's going on. Let me know what you guys want to look at. Our SPY is up at $1.17. It's at 583. And let's see if it wants to get back over that 586 area that it hit yesterday. And like I said, I don't think it's going to be curling down at any time soon coming through. So it's just going to keep rolling off and going higher. Let's look at GameStop, up 6 cents. And I'm telling you, these bad boys look decent. And I'm not sure. I think Roaring Kitty might be doing something today. I have no idea, but I forgot to even look, but I know I seen somebody post about something that he was going to be doing. So I'm not exactly sure, but AMC's at 421 and looking good to start moving again pretty soon. Chewy CHWY is at 29.50. We know this one's about to crawl through and get cruising, so keep your eye on that one. And let's look at our Mag 7. Nvidia is up $1.07 at 137.99. And this thing just cruising up there to the top, so not looking bad at all. Apple, I'm telling you, this thing is super bullish. It did jumped right up there at $4. So it's up $4.24 at 436. And it is bullish. I'm telling you, Apple is bullish, and it wants to just blast off. That's all I can say about that. Google, let's see if it didn't pull back too much. And like I said, it did crawl down. I would expect it to pull back a little bit, maybe probably stick on the 50 at 163. So let's see it do that, pull back just a hair and get set up for Google. And then that'll get ready to rock and roll. Amazon was setting up. It's up 47 cents. And this thing's getting ready to crawl up and get blasting off here. So Amazon's looking really good to set up right now. Meta was at the top. It's up $3.05 at 579. It's sitting on that 20. I don't know. I think it still needs to pull back a little bit, but maybe it's going to try to pull itself back sitting on the 20. Maybe next week it dips a little bit more. We'll keep an eye on Meta, but it did run up like crazy. And Microsoft's up 49 cents. And I'm telling you, Microsoft's getting ready to blast off as well. It's getting ready to crawl through next week and get crazy. So Microsoft will be looking good. And of course, Tesla is down to 219. It's sitting on that support line right there. And like I said, I think it's waiting for next week's earnings to get fired up. And there we go at our Mag 7. So I think Microsoft's looking good. Amazon's setting up right there. Apple's already running. We knew that was going to be moving. And Nvidia's up. So Google and Tesla are pulling back a little bit right there. So there you go with the Mag 7. Let me know if you guys want to see anything real quick. SOBR, let's see it. We were looking at it a little bit ago. It's nothing that you want to be chasing. Let's put it that way. It's way at the top right there, SOBR, and it didn't get over yesterday's high, which was 2780. It only got to 2630. So I'm assuming that it's going to try to start pulling back. If it can get back over that to yesterday's high, like I said, at 2780, maybe it can get some momentum, but you're back at 1650. So just keep an eye on it if it can get moving again as the market starts opening it. We know that they blast off at 4 a.m. and then by 7 a.m. they're pulling back, and then you basically can hang out until around 9:30 when the market starts to open again, because that's what they've been doing. So it's like 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. and then a big gap in between pre-market until 9:30 when the market basically opens. So if they're not moving at that time frame, they're generally not moving yet, but they get moving after the market opens and the other platforms start piling in. I think everyone just kind of gave up on pre-markets and the other platforms like E-Trade and these other big ones that start at 7 a.m. because at 4 a.m. you already missed the boat on Web Bull. So you're either trading on there or you're not bothering and wasting your time. So I think that's what's happening right now. And at least in the markets, that's what it appears to be happening. So there you go. But yeah, they start moving again at like 9:30ish, so we'll have an idea of what's going to happen here. And let me just see. It's a mixed morning to be honest. So we'll see how things get rolling as they start moving this morning. So there you go with them bad boys. Let me look at crypto real quick, see what it's doing this morning. Bitcoin's trying to get back to 68. I thought it was trying to last night. It's at 67,981 right now, bouncing around, but trying to get back up there. And let's see. Yeah, I think it gets back up there and gets cruising some more. So Bitcoin's rolling, Ethereum's at 2,630. And that one's trying to get back up to that 100. It's trying to curl up and get moving some more. Solana's at 153. And that one is trying to bounce back off that 100. So that's a good look. Cardano is at 34. That one looked the worst. And it looks like it's trying to reverse back up. It's had still curled down. If it can reverse back up and curl up, it would be great. And Doge is just ripping. We know it would. It was over like almost 13 and a half now. It's cranking. So Doge is going nuts. And let's look at Bonk real quick and see what that was up to. Good old bonkers, I think Bonk was going bonkers, and yeah, it's starting to go really crazy. And this one is going to run like a maniac as well. So keep your eye on Bonk because that one's looking really good right there. So there you go with our crypto, and it's still looking good, and things are looking healthy right there. Let me hop into the scanner, just see what's active right now and what we're looking at this morning. Here we go. JDZG, we did. Oh, yeah, our JTAI, that's up. Remember, I was saying yesterday, I put this on the list last night and said it was looking good. Here we go. Let's look at it. It ran up from 10 to 14 cents. There you go. I was looking at it last night and said that one was looking decent. What's HEPS? This one got cruising this morning. D-Market Electronic Services. I have no idea, but it ran way up there. That's for sure. That's HEPS. And it opened at 231, got up to 468. So that one did get cruising right there. HEPS. Let's see. KXIN looking decent. Yang, like I said, just that pullback's like 61 cents. A nice pullback there, but I don't think it's anything crazy. I think it's just kind of pulling back there. So we'll and again they gotta protect that market, that entire economy in China. So I could see it doing that with no problem. That TNON that ran up $1.44 this morning, so we were safe on that one. Peggy PGY went crazy. VTAK, that one's moving up a little bit right there. That's a catheter precision. We did go over that. TVGN is trying to run more up in the top. That one's crazy. How about our TNXP? We were looking at this and it did not run up as high as yesterday, so maybe it might come back down. Let me just take a look. TNXP, it did. The 18th, it got up to what, 21 cents. What's this thing talking about? I was gonna say it. I had to look at it on mine because it had a weird look on it, and it just says it opened at 19 and got down to 18, and that is today's date, right? Yeah. I'm not sure what's up with Finviz there, but it did look like it moved, and it did. It opened at 18 and got up to 21. So there's your TNXP. That got cruising more this morning. AKAN we did. And let's see what else is happening here. NUZE we looked at yesterday. That had run up, but again, if they run up like that, they could be coming down. That yin again is curling back up, but nothing crazy. I don't think it's anything real crazy, to be honest with you. I think they're just parachuting it. So that's the yin and the yang we went over. How about CETX? Let's see. It looks a little flat this morning, huh? Down 7 cents. Again, these things are bouncing around like this one dipped hard, way harder than I thought. It's almost like a day out and it came crushing down. So that's kind of odd right there. CETX. Let me see. Opened at 35. It says 36 and it's at 34. What's this thing? Oh, yeah, yeah. Because what did it close at yesterday? It closed at 39 and then it opened at 35. So that is down 4 cents right there. And this is saying it's at 33 and 34. Yeah, 33. Okay. Oh my. I'd say CETX took a nice dip, but it definitely won again, them dip and rip situation right there, I believe. So I'll be watching that one today to see what that wants to do, CETX, because that could have that dip and rip situation for sure. And let's just take a quick look. And GRTS, that one we were looking at that gritstone. It's down a little bit, and that one next week's going to be like a day out as well. So that one's probably going to get moving next week. We'll keep an eye on it. And SLRX. Let's take a peek and see. It looks like it's just kind of pulling back this morning. So SLRX is what's this thing doing now? There it is. That is today, huh? Oh wow, did it run up this morning, didn't it? Opened at 172 and got up to 351. So that's one we were looking at, and it's down to a dollar 60. So it's under where it opened at, but it ran up to 351 again. Web Bull. Got to be on at 4 a.m. because that thing popped. You can't even see it on Finviz doesn't even show it, but it definitely did. If mine's saying it did, it went up there this morning. So SLRX ran this morning, so that was one we were looking at. And there you go, a bunch of them. I mean, we've had so many of them moving, it's wild. And let's look at let me take a look real quick and see if we have some laptop lowdowns and see what's going on with them bad boys. Hold on real quick. Let me just take a quick peek. Here we go. Our down and neglected stocks right here. ADTX. Let's look at it real fast. Down 4 cents. Oh, and I think that was yesterday. Again, it just keeps going back down, so I've been watching it, and I do like to look at it in the morning. Let's see if it did anything today. It is the 18th, so 105 got up a penny, and now it's sitting at 105, so nothing crazy. But again, still just flat, way down there, ADTX. So one that I'm keeping my eye on. BDMD, let's see. That looks like it was moving yesterday, actually. Well, no, it dipped down yesterday, opened at 363 and got down to 301. Let me see what BDMD is, if that's a little dip and rip situation here, because we've been watching that happen. And this one's just getting that curl up, and yeah, it opened at 350, dipped down. It kind of gapped up, I guess. It closed at 360. Yeah, it gapped up and then came down. I was gonna say it had that weird look. So BDMD did gap up yesterday, and this one again is still just curling up. Probably gonna be a really solid one for next week. We just did CETX, CHRO, that chromo cell. Let's see if that's doing anything this morning. CHRO. It is not moving this morning, and I'm going to look at this because I had that run up, pull back, and I'm curious as to what it wants to do. Edible EDBL, not moving just yet this morning, but let me take a quick look at it. The 18, 23 cents, just sitting flat right here. But let me take a quick look. I remember the 20 was coming down. It's at 33, and this is at 21. So maybe next week it might get a little better. HSCS, Heart Test Laboratories. Let me look at this one. HSCS had a nice little pullback dip yesterday down to 314. It's at 318. I'm going to keep my eye on this to see if it wants to start to try to bounce here. So that's HSCS. I'll watch that. And these, like I said, I've been keeping my eye on a lot of these bad boys and seeing when they're ready to get moving. So LSB, we were looking at this last night. That's at Lakeshore Biopharma. Let me see if it's doing anything this morning. It is not. Yesterday it opened at 334 and ran up to 393, but it came back to 336. And it's not telling me anything right now, except it does look like it kind of wants to bounce. We went over it last night. I know that. And I'm curious if it wants to bounce or not. So I'm definitely going to watch that one. Mullen says it was up a little bit. Wow, that's amazing here. Let's see. Opened at 241 and got down to 238, and it's at 239. I think it was up yesterday, 228 to 286. So it did run yesterday, but again, this one's just kind of dangerous. It's a very diluted company, we'll say. So STRM, Streamline Health Solutions. Let's see what they're up to. It looks like it wants to bounce off that bottom. STRM. I would watch for that little bounce. Not doing anything yet today, but it took a low to 215 yesterday and it opened at 243. And it is sitting right down there. I'm going to look at that bad boy when it opens up and see what it wants to do. STSS just had that split, didn't it? Let's see. It split 2 days ago and it tried to, and this one I pulled back. Let me see. STSS might not be, is it not doing anything today? But yeah, it did split. Never really, it opened at 279, got up to 327. Not really a pop, but it's right there where it can roll off. And we know they can either pull back and set up. It got into the basement. So let me just see if it wants to drag in the basement. Maybe this one's a next week or two if one of them splits, pullbacks, and then they pop real hard. So we'll watch that one. I'll keep an eye on it. SVRE. This one did pull back yesterday. I know we went over it last night and we've been looking at it. SVRE. Let me see if it's trying to do anything. Nothing yet. And it opened at 12 yesterday, went to 11, but it closed at 13. So it had gap down a penny and just kind of almost has that bottom look, not doing anything this morning. So I can't really get a good look to even tell what it wants to do. So I'll be looking at that as the market opens as well. TCRT. This one is right there. It was trying to move around yesterday. Let me see. TCRT. TCRT. It was trying to move around yesterday. It opened at 253, got up to 264. Its low is 215, and then it closed at 221, so way under where it opened. And trying to get a good look at it, I can't even tell. So that one might be pulling back a little bit. I'll have to look at that one as well. I'll take a look at that. THAR, let's see. This one was popping up yesterday and the day before. Let me look on mine real fast. Obviously, THAR. And yeah, it's not today's date, but Wednesday it popped up, and then yesterday it popped back up to it opened to 242, 268. This one might be coming back down a little bit to set up, but THAR did get that movement right there. So let's look at TTOO, and that's still going down. And we were looking at this bad boy kind of pull back. Let's see if it's going to get ready for next week. It's not doing anything yet this morning. It opened at 242. It got up to 148 yesterday. Its low is 136 and it's closed at 142. So has that open close look and it is in the basement. And excuse me, and so we'll take a look at TTOO and see when that one wants to get back out of the basement or at least start to move. TPST, that Tempest Therapeutics. Let's see what it's doing this morning. TPST. That's the 18th. Opened at 112, got up to 115. It's sitting at 112. It has moved. Obviously the 15th. The 16th, it was up, it was coming back down, but it does. It almost looks like it's trying to get reversed somehow. Keep an eye on it, and we'll see if it's trying to reverse today. It should give us a better look as the market opens to give us an idea. And let's look at our wint again. It's moving now. There you go. It's up to $1.05 and it's going to start cruising, I believe. So keep your eye on that WINT today because it looks like it might want to be a popper. Just got out of the basement and it wants to get moving. It got up to 108 and some of us got in it, so it looks like it wanted to move. I was surprised to see it down this morning, but dip and rip situations right there, so you could get that good price. And let's look at UAVS. I'll look at that on mine. That is it is trying to curl up. It's not doing anything. Oh, it is open today. 243. It got up to 244 and then it came back down to 234. So it did dip down a little bit. And I was saying, let that one pull back. I'll keep an eye on it. It is on the Amex, the OTC area on the stock charts, but I'll keep an eye on that because that one can set up nicely. And there you go for our laptop lowdowns. Thank you, Laptop Travel. And GEVO. We'll go over it right now for you, Tom. How's that? It ran up what, yesterday? Is that today's date, the 18th? Yeah. It ran up yesterday 308 to 310. That doesn't even look right to me. And then pulled back. Let me look at it on mine real quick. GEVO. Get a better idea. So it ran up on Wednesday 206 to 354 and then it ran up higher yesterday 343 to 380, came down to 242 and closed at 258, and then now it's opened at 251 and it's at 257. All right, let me see what it's trying to do here, because it hit that resistance up there and came back, and our 20's way down here at 182 trying to come up to it. It's still in the top. I have a feeling it wants to try to run up in that top. Could be a little momentum play for today, guys, GEVO. So I would keep an eye on it if it can get moving again as the market opens. And as I was explaining, they run up at 4 a.m. and then by 5 a.m. pre-market's basically open or finished until like 9:30, it seems like. So some of them move around, but not a whole lot. The poppers are already popped. And then it's just some other setups. So there you go for GEVO. And let me just take a quick look and see what's happening here. And yeah, we're just pretty mixed day so far. And like I said, Microsoft is barely up. Google and Meta are up a little bit, and Amazon, Apple's up over 1%, and Nvidia's up over 1%, and Tesla's down 0.5%. So most of the Mag 7 is up except for Tesla at the moment. So there you go with them bad boys. And yeah, we did our Jolie's jumpers, our laptop lowdowns, our crypto, our Mag 7, our poppers, and what's looking good. And yeah, we hit Peggy out of the park this morning. That one was flying, PEGY. So keep your eye on that because that could be running around. And also WINT, but PEGY opened at 659 and got up to 1262 this morning. It's at 960, well, 975. It's just running around right now. So there you go at our Friday pre-market. Have a great day trading, everybody, and definitely lock in those profits before the weekend. Trade smart, and I will be around posting. So let me know if you want to look at anything. I'll tell you what the 5 news stories are real quick. The next big AI trade could be nuclear power. I know Laptop Travel's been saying it. NASDAQ futures rise as Netflix pops on strong earnings. We didn't even go over Netflix, but we can. And from Bitcoin to Mexican peso, Trump trades are appearing again, is what it says. On Wall Street dials back, Fed cut, bets on solid data, and the stock jumps on earnings. So, and the China markets rally, it says. So we'll have to keep our eye on that one and see. But like I said, I don't know if it's really trying to get that crazy there, but we'll see. Yang did pull back like 62 cents, so it's back down to 336, and it did get to that 4 yesterday. Looked like it wanted to get back over there, but could just be some healthy pullback for today, and then next week they get back. And again, they couldn't really just collapse the economy over there because it would have been insane. So they kind of needed to parachute them down and do that. So it's not a big deal, but again, I think for a week or two out, we're going to be looking fine with the Yang moving up still. So there you go with a nice pre-market. And again, trade smart, lock in your profits. Let me know if you just want to look at anything. I'll be posting all day. You know that. And there you go. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll catch everybody later.